Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 27th day of February, 2025. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. I hope your family is safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family, in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health, are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with first responders, especially in this environment, working together every day to save lives, and those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean, and those that make deliveries for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children that are victims of child molestation and pedophilia. People that are also victims of prostitution and child prostitution, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators, the profiteers, and the perverts that create the demands for these industries. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 600,000 men, women, children, families, senior citizens, and veterans homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. There was a basketball game last night at Madison Square Garden. The New York Knicks beat the Philadelphia 76ers 110-105. Karl Anthony Towns was a late scratch. Apparently he warmed up and didn't feel like that he could go, and he sat, which is good. I'd rather that. And it worked out very well for the Knicks. Even though it was a close game at the end, that was really it was interesting. Josh Hart helped win the game with his boards, but he almost helped lose the game with his turnovers. It was a lot of late turnovers, especially from Josh Hart, that caused the Sixers to come back. Ariel Hukporti started. I thought that was a brilliant move by Tom Thibodeau. He played 16 minutes. He had 3 fouls in 16 minutes and 3 turnovers, which shows you everything you need to know. He showed a lot of activity and being able to show double team and get back and guard his man. He used his almost 7'3" wingspan expertly, had a block, but it doesn't show up in the stats. It's like Mitchell Robinson. It doesn't show up in the stats, his activity, especially on the defensive end of the floor. The rim protection means what rim protection means in the NBA. It's not just blocking shots, although that is also a byproduct of good rim protection. What rim protection means is you're able to stop people from driving the lane or intimidate them from driving the lane. You're able to help your teammates in doubling players and getting back to the lane so that you can protect it. And then you're able to intimidate people when they get in the lane. So all of that is rim protection. And all of that is not just a function of height. Although obviously height and wingspan are very important, it's a function, as we mentioned the other day, of being able to move your feet laterally, being able to quickly move your feet. Again, in the combine for the NBA, the shuttle test, where they go to 4 spots in the key and they have to shovel their feet and they have to do it quickly. That is extremely important in being able to rim protect when you're almost 7 feet tall and you have a 7-foot wingspan. You can be 7 feet tall and have a 7-foot wingspan and not be able to do that and be terrible defensively. So that is important, which is what separates Mitchell Robinson from everybody else, most other players in the NBA, because he could do that. Rudy Gobert could do that on a high elite level. Ariel Hukporti could do it, and that's the thing. He's a really good finisher around the rim. He'll get better. Again, that's why you don't see him getting consistent minutes. Again, he's a rookie, so he only played 16 minutes. He had 3 personal fouls and 3 turnovers, and that was due to rookie mistakes. Okay, again, the 5 spot is one of the 2 hardest spots to learn in the league. The other one being point guard. So it takes about 3 seasons, really, for a 5 to learn that spot in the league, because you got to be able to call out the plays defensively, call out the schemes, call out what the other team is running. You have to be able to know what's going on. And of course, as I mentioned, get to double team, seal somebody, and get back to your man before they know what happened. Okay, while making the opponent that you double team give up the ball. Okay, that's what you're trying to do. He did all of that for 16 minutes on an excellent level yesterday. It was much different than when Gato was out there, because Gato cannot move like that. Okay, Gato is a big, powerful type player. He's a power type player in that when he gets the ball offensively, He knows how to use his footwork to get an advantage so that he's too strong for somebody to overcome when he gets a little bit of a half step on you. But defensively, he cannot shuffle his feet to do what Ariel Hukporti did. And the difference was very striking. You could see it. Okay, not that they're going to sit Karl Anthony Towns, obviously, but it shows that Ariel Hukporti did very well in that. Now, being that Thibodeau has mentioned, on a side note, that Mitchell Robinson is his starting center, you can expect Mitchell Robinson to start and Josh Hart to return to the bench, which means you might see Ariel Hukporti play 5 as a backup, which is cool. And I got to give a shout out, man. I got to give a shout out to this guy. Yes, I hate when people trying to tell us what we have to do as if they know. So he said, but the Knicks must recognize that Ariel Hukporti needs to be the backup center. And Mitchell Robinson needs to start. And I said, must recognize? Man, stop it. I don't like when people do that because it's like, how are you going to tell Thibs what he must do? You ain't no coach. That's what I'm saying. Some of y'all think your GMs and coaches need to chill on that. But this man was right in that. And I told him, I said, you know what? You was right. Because as it turned out, Ariel Hukporti started the game, played 16 minutes, and played 16 minutes of stellar defense. Stellar defense. And like I said, the thing that I like about it is that he is going to get better. He's going to get better with time, okay? The problem, of course, again, being a rookie, like a couple of times last night, the game moves very fast, okay? And you'll hear a lot of players, and most every player, talk about at some point how the game slows down for them. What does that mean? That means they're used to the speed of the game, and they're able to read what's going on in the flow of the speed without being confused. Okay, and I'm not doing that. I'm not saying that as a knock on Ariel or anybody else, but it's true. And a couple of times last night, the speed of the game, he wasn't ready for it, and his man got behind him and got either a rebound or a dunk. And that's because he's just not used to it. Okay, and that, again, it takes time. And when you're in the playoffs and you're with Tom Thibodeau, he ain't gonna be taking no risk on you not being able to read the game like that. See, but he had to do it last night. We didn't have to start him, but he had to play him because Karl Anthony Towns wasn't playing, and he did. So that's the thing. He did a good job though, especially like I said for a rookie. He did a good job. He was really active, and that's the key. Very active. Cover ground very well. Use his wingspan, 7'3". He's 6'11" with a almost 7'3" wingspan. He really is, going to be okay. I mean, for the 58th pick, I think he's going to be more than okay. The thing is, Jericho Sims was pretty good at that too. He just wasn't quite on Ariel's level in terms of being able to cover ground. Although Sims had excellent footwork, he really did. Sims wasn't the overall package that I mentioned earlier of a rim protector, somebody that's going to intimidate you from coming at the basket, somebody that's going to show double and get back. Well, he did do that, but Ariel is a little bit better at it. It's just refreshing to see. But I don't want to diss. I don't want nobody else. Don't you come in my channel dissing Jericho Sims. Don't do it, because I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna get got. But yeah. Ariel is a really good replacement for Jericho. I got to give it to him. So it was a good move that Thibs did in playing Ariel and starting him. It was a brilliant adjustment. I'm interested to see how he goes forward. We know, again, Mitchell Robinson probably will be back Friday against Memphis, hopefully. And it was reported yesterday they're looking to get him this weekend, and that he felt really good after the practice the other day, so he's not sore or anything. So he'll probably be activated to play Friday. I expect at the beginning of this comeback, call it a comeback, of Mitchell Robinson, I'm expecting that he's going to come off the bench. Now, my only problem with Mitchell Robinson starting, which is what I think I've said it ad nauseum, is that I'm concerned with his availability as a starter. I compared him to Marcus Camby, and it was the same thing. Camby was best coming off the bench, not because he wasn't talented enough to start and be a star. He could not remain healthy with too many minutes. Okay, he could not. So I'm a concern because I feel like if you have Mitch Rob coming off the bench with the second unit and playing against second units, you're going to extend his career and extend his availability. Obviously, Thibs don't agree because he calls Mitchell Robinson the starting center. So I'm a little concerned about that. I'm not concerned with it to finish this season. Because what are we talking about? 20-something games plus the playoffs. He going to be all right with that. Even in a bad year, Mitch Rob played 40 games. So he going to be all right with that. I'm talking about starting next season. If he is announced as the starting center, I'm a little concerned because of his availability issues. And I don't want him to get hurt. I'd rather him be available, even coming off the bench and be available, than him being hurt for an extended time. So that's another issue. But for this season, you can expect after he gets his feet wet a couple of games coming off the bench, he's probably going to start. And when he does start, I'm wondering what Thibs does for the backup, because this is another thing. The guy with the big plays last night, obviously, was Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson, as I said, never bet against Jalen Brunson. If it wasn't Jalen Brunson at the point guard last night, Knicks would have lost that game. Okay? But he willed the New York Knicks to win at the end. Again, he don't care what the momentum says. He gonna show up, especially in big moments. So that's why I said, I don't ever bet against Jalen Brunson. And that's what caused the Knicks win. But behind him, is this the guy? D-Hawk. Yeah, I'm going to give D-Hawk 007 his props. He said, start Mitch and our pain will go away. Hukporti equals backup. We must accept this as the solution of our problem. And then I said, we must accept? Stop it. Don't be telling us what we must do. You know what I'm saying? You about to get my Hebrew dander up. But I came back and I said, I have to say, you was right. Hukporti brings the defense up a notch, although he does make rookie mistakes. Now homie said, well, I want to play 18 minutes a game. Let's not get carried away. I think that 16 he played last night is perfect. And so I'm hoping Precious Achiuwa, Precious Achiuwa talk about a rim protector. Now, Precious Achiuwa is a rim protector. And he's only 6'8". See? He got a 7-foot wingspan, but he's a rim protector. You see? He really is. So 4 blocks yesterday, including the biggest block of the game in the fourth quarter last night, under the basket. He had 2 of them big blocks in the fourth quarter. That boy is a rim protector, okay? So that's what I'm talking about. But if you can start Mitch Rob and have Karl-Anthony Towns at the 4, first of all, I'm agreeing with everybody and who gets all wet and hot and bothered about that, because that will be a dynamite lineup. There's no doubt about it, But they got Karl-Anthony Towns here because they knew Mitchell Robinson wasn't going to be ready. They wanted him to play the 5. But we understand that was a disadvantage. They don't have their full, and that's what I was saying. The Knicks have not played this season with their full contingent because, as Thibs mentioned, he had intentions of starting Mitchell Robinson at the 5. And when he wasn't available, this was his backup situation to start Karl-Anthony Towns. And please don't come with he should have started Hukporti. He ain't playing no rookie early in the season. Some of y'all need to get that through your head and understand Thibs don't like rookies for good reason. We try to win this chip, man. Stop. And somebody mentioned yesterday, we need to bring Bamba home. Stop with that whole who's your corny mess. Man, please. Bamba's... Anyway, we done with Bamba. We good. So I'm thinking he could start Mitch Rob, bring Hukporti off the bench, and then, of course, it's inevitable. Hukporti going to get in foul trouble. You got Precious to come in, right? And in the meantime, you got Karl-Anthony Towns starting at the 4, and you got Precious behind him. This is excellent. And then you got, as many of y'all mentioned, Mikal Bridges and OG playing their natural positions at the 2 and 3. And you could bring in Hart, who Hart is not a position. Hart is a basketball player, Okay? As he will say himself, he's not a position. You just put him out there with some people, man, and let him run. So that's good. So yesterday, that's, Hart, 17 boards, man. Shoot, that is tremendous. But again, 7 turnovers and a lot of really bad ones in the fourth quarter. Josh, come on, baby. We need more from you than that. You got to make better decisions with that basketball, brother. So that was it. He throws some nice passes yesterday. Him and OG seemed to, connect yesterday. He was throwing some nice passes to OG. OG threw a nice pass to him. It was really good. And of course, him and Brunson always connect. But the fourth quarter, homie was like, oh my God, the motley crew with that ball. So 7 turnovers yesterday, and that is what caused the comeback with Philly. 7 turnovers, at least 2 of them led to 3-pointers. So that wasn't good. But I know Josh Hart's going to recover from that. He's not always like that. So we're not going to, harp on that. He was plus 11. Again, 17 rebounds, 3 on the offensive end. OG had 9 boards yesterday. Grown-ass man rebounds, 9. He had 16 points. And he's still not all the way back. He was shooting 5-15. He not have his timing back yet, but he's going to get it. 5-15. And all of this, I saw some of the stupidest stuff I saw in a minute yesterday. Talking about Mikal Bridges is reluctant to go to the foul line. Why? Because he fades away. See, this is the delusional problem that some Knicks media and fans have. Let me explain to you. I did not see Mikal Bridges in high school, but I did see him at Villanova. And guess what? His favorite shot at Villanova is the same as his favorite shot now, the fadeaway. Why? Because he has a 7-foot wingspan, and it's hard to block that shot. It's not that he's reluctant to get to the foul line. That is the stupidest thing I think I ever heard. He wants to get to the foul line just like every other NBA player. And he shoots 74% from the line, and he shoots 49% from the field. So he knows what he's doing. I always see him fade away. I'm only calling it as I see it, said one idiot. No, this is how he plays. This is how he's always played. And this is the problem with the delusion. People in New York seem to expect players to be molded to their image. Mikal Bridges is who he is. And what do we need him to be? Who he is. Yesterday, he was at 28 points. Yesterday, he was 12 of 18, 3 of 5 from 3 yesterday. Typically, he only shot 2 foul shots. That's him. Okay? That's him. Plus, of course, stellar defense. Stellar defense. Maxey was tough yesterday. Maxey's tough every day. Maxey's tough, period. And we're always putting Mikal or Deuce on the hardest dude, okay? By the way, Deuce had another tremendous block yesterday. They called a foul on it, and it wasn't no foul. I was like, dang, man, I forgot. I think it was Maxey. It was somebody tall. No, it was Kelly Oubre went to his left and Deuce said, no, access denied. 6'1" Deuce, 6'7" Oubre. Yes, access denied. Access denied. But they called the foul on it. But Deuce got in foul trouble, 4 fouls. He only played 17 minutes yesterday. But that's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, we in good shape, y'all. Like I said, I'm excited. I know Mitch Rob's coming back. I'm also excited because I know that for his career, check this out. This is for 7-year career of Mikal Bridges. He averages 2.4 free throw attempts per game. That's his average. See, he's not reluctant to shoot free throws. The way his game is played, he's a guy, if you paid any attention at all, he likes to run and go without the ball and get behind the defense and get quick, easy layups. And Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart find him for those type of moves. He loves that fadeaway, which he's very, very good at, okay? Because you can't be blocked, okay? Very, very good. And he can get it just about any time he wants, especially he's in the same favorite areas in the paint as TJ McConnell, somewhere around 8 feet, 9, 10 feet from the basket, and he likes to fade away on it. That's just the way he likes to shoot it. It ain't no reluctance to go to the free throw line. I wish this is what gives us in Knicks Nation as fans a bad rep. Delusional stuff like that. So what, you expect him to go to the line like Jalen Brunson? That ain't his game. Okay, that ain't his game. Let him play his game. Somebody said, we need him to go to the line. No, we need him to be him. Okay? When I was advocating for 2 years that the Knicks should get him, And I don't care about the 5 number ones because my position was, which still is, he's that piece to get us to the chip. He's worth the 5 picks because he's going to get us to the chip. It's not about how many times he gets to the free throw line. Can he be himself? Can he be a stellar defender, hit big shots, and get us the chip? Can he be that piece? He is. He is that piece. And so now we're getting back Mitchell Robinson. Will Hukporti get them 15, 16 minutes in the middle between Mitch Rob and Precious? I hope so. I really do, because I think that's just enough for him to see. At this point, what you want to avoid with rookies, which some of y'all still don't understand, you want to avoid what's called diminishing returns. What does that mean? That means there's a certain amount of minutes in which the player will give you an optimal performance. But if you play them too many minutes, they will become negative on the floor, a negative asset on the floor, and it will cost you. That's called diminishing returns. So you play them while you can get optimal effort, and you don't play them more than that because you want to maximize the return. Okay? So with Hukporti, to me, that 15, 16 minutes, that's optimal turn. If you got to play him more than that, you're going to get diminishing returns because the game is too fast for him right now, and he's a rookie. Okay? And in the playoffs, believe me, you don't want that. But for now, for him to get 15 minutes a game, that's not going to be too bad, especially we got Mitch Rob. So you got a shot blocking, rim protecting 7-footer with a 7-foot wingspan starting. That's the elite offensive rebounder. Then you come in with another dude that's similar. It's like, double whammy. And then you still got Precious if you need him to play the 5, because he's also, even though he's a 4, he's a rim protector. Okay? So I'm excited about that. Jalen Brunson was the man yesterday. Again, this is what's going to help the Knicks down the stretch in the playoffs. You get Mitchell Robinson back, you're all going to play better defense now. That's a problem for the NBA. And then anytime you need somebody to give that gut check, do not bet against Jalen Brunson. He's going to come at you, okay? He got it for you. Y'all enjoy your Thursday. Tomorrow, big game in Memphis. Mitch Rob coming back. I wish he'd came back at the Garden yesterday, but Mitch Rob coming back. You still got Hukporti. You got El Gato Grande. Here we go. Let's get this thing done, man. In Memphis, this is going to be a good game. Memphis is completely healthy. John Morant, completely healthy. They own their game. If the Knicks can go down to Memphis and beat them boys, that's going to be an excellent win. Let's make it happen. Y'all enjoy your Thursday. Shalom.